We have a problem. I want to earn a livelihood. I have to. And I see in this world, which is quite appalling, quite frightening, strangely mad, I see that and I say, now what am I to do? Shall I join them? If I do, I shall continue maintaining the insanity. Whether the insanity in China or in Russia or in this country or anywhere else. We are not these sane people, apart from those insane people. We're all in the same boat. Now what am I to do? I have to earn a livelihood. I have to have a job. Am I to be concerned only with the job and seeing if I do whatever I do, I contribute to war? So how shall I meet this problem? And it's a very vital problem to me. It isn't just a superficial problem. It's my life. I have another 50 years to live. I want to live rightly. I want to live decently. I want to live with clarity, with happiness. Not run after endlessly the analysts and the gurus and all the rest of that business. So what am I to do? And I see action in my life is broken up. I am one thing on one occasion, another on another occasion, and so on, broken up, fragmented. And my actions are also fragmented. My private life and my public life. My private life with all my pleasures, joys, agonies, and public life in which I comply, become a mechanic or whatever it is. So I want to find out an action which is totally harmonious, whole, complete, which has meaning in my life. And in inquiring what is this action, I dig deeper. And I say, what is behind every action in my life? Every action. The action that in the outer world I must have security, a roof, clothes. And in getting the clothes, the house, all that food, I'm contributing to the confusion of a society. And inwardly, what's my action? Why am I broken up? And I know when there is this fragmentation, it leads to insanity, contradiction, conflict, misery, guilt, agony. So, in inquiry, I want to find out what is this total action? How am I to find it? Not to be told by some professor or a professional. I want to find out for myself, because my life, what is this total action? And I see the motive behind all action. Fear, pleasure, the pursuit of pleasure, and therefore in its wake the shadow of fear. And I also want to enjoy life. The extraordinary earth in which we live. It's our earth, not your world, earth, the American or the Russian or the Indian. It's our earth to be taken delight in, which we are spoiling, corrupting, destroying. And so, then I come to this thing, how do I look at this question of pleasure, fear, and the persistent pursuit of pleasure? How do I look at it? Do I look at it as a verbal statement, a conclusion, Or do I look at it completely, as when I do when I'm hungry? There is no division between in that state. I am hungry. It is an immediate response, reaction, which demands an action. So do I look at this non-verbally, without any conclusion, without previous evaluation. Therefore, am I looking at it completely? And that's where our problem is. If I know how to look at that thing completely, my disharmony, inwardly and outwardly, the contradictory action, inwardly and outwardly, the fragmentation of every kind of action of my life. Do I look at it from the outside, or there is no outsider at all, but only that, which is the fact? When there is only the fact, you have total energy to deal with that fact. Then that fact undergoes a radical change. It is only when you look at the fact, at what is, with a conclusion, with a verbal image, with a prejudice, then you are dissipating energy in contradiction. Whereas if you can look at the fact of what is, then without any contradiction, without any verbal conclusion, then you have tremendous action. There is tremendous energy, which is action, which changes the what is. Have you got it? Huh? Have some of you got it? Thank God.